He say, basement, boxing tall. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a boof up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, with a chop, tryna learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect.
This your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. It's been a great week. Hope everybody been doing good. Kind of waiting on my co-host to jump in. But today's topics we will be discussing Virgil Ortiz versus Eric Lubin. Shout out to my good brother Bruce Gas in the building. Shout out, Bruce. We just getting started. Cool Boy Steph versus Ashaki Foster is coming up. We're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss Canelo and Crawford. And we're going to talk about a little bit about T.O., man. Some of the chaotic things that's going on with T.O. We'll give Black Star a couple more seconds before we start up. Just give me a second. I didn't want to start without him. But Bruce says, what do you think about Boots? Okay. What do you think about Boots fighting some guy named Lima Beans? Bruce. Man, since you just started up, man, we gonna chop it up, man. I really don't know what to say about Boots. I'm confused. I am at this point. I am confused. Yeah, back to the answer, Bruce. My bad. Boots. I'm kind of confused about this one on Boots because with the Boots situation, they had ample opportunity at 147 to unify. They had ample opportunity at 147 to unify. And then, I get a lot of backlash because when they offered to fight to Brian Norman at 147, and Brian Norman was asking for extra money. We talked about this last week. I believe if I was Eddie Hearns and I was trying to get my fighter to be undisputed, I would have paid the extra money for the Brian Norman fight instead of running the Caloran fight back again. The Caloran fight was a fight that was not even needed, bro. It wasn't even needed. It wasn't needed. It was just, to me, that was extra miles on the car that didn't need to be put on. Now Boots is moving up to 154, and he's fighting. He said he wanted 2 tune-up fights at 54. Okay, that's cool. But Turkey didn't agree with it, and now you find a guy named Lima. No disrespect to Lima, I never heard of him. But it's a lot of top names at the 154 division that Boots could have been fighting. Boots could have been fighting. And to come out and fight a guy named Lima, yeah, I understand. Phew. I would have loved to seen Lubin and Boots at 54. That would have been a good one. Lubin and Boots, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. Jamel, Boots. There's a lot of fights that could have been made at 54 for Boots, besides this Lima guy. But I'm not gonna talk bad about him. Hey, I wish him the best. Boxing is moving on. Yeah, so how do you guys feel about this Eric Lubin and Virgil Ortiz fight? Okay, Bruce didn't hit back and said Barichak fighting a rematch with Brandon Adams, who knocked him out a couple years. Yeah, I seen that. They're having a part 2. Is that fight at 54, Bruce? Or is that fight at 60? Oh, okay, must be at 54. Yeah, Barichak and Boots, that would have been a good fight too. Hey, Brandon Adams and Boots would have been a good one. What about that? Brandon Adams and Boots. That could have been a good one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 54. Yep. Yeah, the 54 division is kind of it's became one of the hottest divisions in boxing. 35 is on fire. We got 40 on fire. 54 is on fire. 68, 75. Yeah. Boxing at a good state right now. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Not the middleweight Carlos Adams. I know you one you're talking about. Brandon Adams. He was in the he was in the overtime league too. OTX. And he fought a couple of, I know you're talking about, Brent. He I believe he fought Charlo, I believe years ago. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. What's you guys looks on the Lubin and Ortiz fight? Think that's gonna be a good fight. Lubin and Ortiz. That should be a great fight. We got Fendora and Keith Thurman coming up. Fendora and Keith Thurman. That's gonna be a wild one. Keith Thurman and Vendor. Bruce Gas said that's a good test for Ortiz. Lubin. Yeah, I believe that's a good test. We got my good brother Black Star Sports TV in the building. Good brother, what's
Salute,
going on?
salute, salute. Yes, indeed. Was that Bruce Gas in the building?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Bruce.
Bruce Gas.
I sent Bruce a link if Bruce, got some time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were just sitting here chopping up, and Bruce had asked me what did I feel about how did I feel about Boots fighting Lima. And I told him I really didn't know too much about the guy Lima for real, but it was
Yeah,
confusing to me because before at one point in time they was saying that Boots wanted to be undisputed at 47 and Eddie was gonna make it happen. But then the Brian Norman situation came in effect and they underballed him. But they turned around and paid Karen the same money that they was off that Brian Norman was asking. And if I'm Eddie Hearns and I believe in my fighters, I would pay that 200,000. It's like buying a belt.
man.
It's buying
I
a
didn't.
title.
I didn't know they did that. Why? How that makes sense to make him rematch that guy for the same price when they could have had another belt?
So now Boots would have had if he would have fought Brian Norman and won, he'd be 3 belts. He'd be 3 belts in trying to fight Mario Barros and be undisputed.
And that's what he said he wanted to do. But yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That
bro.
that,
Yeah.
that didn't that doesn't make sense
It's
to
like
me.
they took the long path instead of taking the straight path.
See that goes back to his promoter, man. That's a Eddie Hearn issue there, because I mean Eddie got the power, the position, the prestige to make that happen either way. And if that's all that was asked for, I mean that should have been a no brainer. Because what he doing at 54 right now, but sitting around really. I mean he got this fight here, but I don't know. I mean how excited I am about it. I don't know much about this guy either. So um, I'd like to see him go for that undisputed, but you know time's ticking.
And see, that's another thing that a lot of people say when they talk about Boots is like, man, Boots, okay, he's 30, but I mean, I'm 33 fights in or something like that. But a lot of people don't know the people on his resume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hurting the popularity, and we spoke about this last week, about these fighters and stuff, and they got to take more initiative on getting their name out there, and for the right reasons too, because people are going to support people that are out here trying to do something positive and stuff like that. But even like when he was waiting for the Earl and the Bud and all that to go through, he should have been just taking, just little fights here and there on undercards, or even on the undercard of that fight. He should have made sure he got in there on that. All that would have helped put him out there some more too. Even though his competition wouldn't have been as much. But these little things like that add up in the long run, because really that's how you got Pitbull Cruz. Other than being on the undercard of fighting Javante and being on his undercard and all that really got him able to grow a following, and that's what he's missing out on. And even doing that, you can, even whatever he fight is gonna make people want to say, well, let's check it out. And if you go and you're looking good and you styling on them, to casual, they're gonna want to see some more of that. So you got to give them some more of that. But we'll see what happens, man. I have to look this dude up that he's fighting now at 154, man. But, I mean, it's a lot of good fights there, but it's like right now everybody's like kind of calmed down, and we waiting for them to match up again, and it's like a delay in the matchup process now. So we'll see what happens there, but we'll hope for the best, man, because he's a talented fighter. But you can't waste your time in this thing, man, because you don't know how long you have in boxing. One fight, one bad hit in a fight, really with anybody can really change your whole destiny. So hopefully they'll, Eddie Hearns will get on the job and escalate this guy, man, because he really to me is a little disappointing because I know he got the power to do so much more. He's a very powerful promoter. You know, I'd like to see him go ahead and win the 54 and fight that Mad not is it Madrimov? I keep getting these got two fighters names mixed. It's Madrimov and Medvedev or something.
I know you're talking about.
Ah, the one that just beat the crap out of Costa Zew's son. Man,
Yeah,
he did number. Who gonna deal with that monster? Who gonna who
yeah.
gonna deal
Tim
with that?
Zooks are two back-to-back ones.
Yeah,
And
man. That
yeah.
yeah, that guy really put something on him, man. I was like, man, but ain't nobody really talking about this guy. And then this is a disappointment in boxing, man, because that guy needs to get a shot with somebody. Somebody need to get on it and there should be some fights. It should be rolling, man. But like we say, we waiting on somebody like Jamel Charlo, who keeps, he every now and then he poke his head out here, say something, then he go hide out again for another 6 months. Is he in or is he out? I mean,
Yeah, that's a confusion.
if I was
Hey,
him, I'd jump on that fight.
why you saying that they in and out? It's a good time to go on and hit you with it. I ain't even hit the I didn't put this on the in the comments of the show or whatever. But T.O. Let's talk about T.O. And let's talk about T.O., man. Let's talk about T.O.
Man,
T.O. was
T.O.
aimed to have a fight with Devin Haney. Somehow or another, he backed up out of the fight. Oh, shout out to my man Behind the Hands TV, bro.
Salute.
Was
Yes. What'd he say? What'd he say?
I was sneaking out my side cheek. Ah, shit. Yeah, man. So T.O. was scheduled to fight Devin Haney. Somewhere along the lines, it gets canceled.
Yeah, he said he
This is
don't
not the
trust
first time
Muslims.
this has happened with T.O. It's not the second time.
Yeah, he don't trust
Now,
Muslims.
now he's in talks with Shakur Stevenson. And I was reading on Twitter, or X, what they call it now, yesterday that Shakur was saying, hey, sign the fight, bro. Sign the fight. Sign the contract. You got it. But T.O.'s going back and forth like he's already done signed something.
Yeah. But what busted him out was Chris Mannix posted on there saying that they haven't had any movement in the deal between the two fighters. So that's telling you right there. He talking about like he signed something. Well, you must not. There's no fight there. $15 million on the line. You just turned down 11 million a couple months ago. I don't understand. And you turned the 11 million down because he said, well, Devin Haney's a Muslim. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's a Muslim. I don't trust Muslims now. But you came on there and you said all that stuff. Wait a minute, that wasn't him. That was Ryan Garcia. I get the two mixed up, but they two of the same birds. But that's $26 million right there this year that you just letting go. But this is the takeover. It's the takeover. T.O. is the takeover, and he taking over all the duck. I mean, I don't think nobody can be there's no bigger duck in boxing than Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion. And there's no other boxer in this sport that gets more credit for less quality wins than Teofimo Lopez to me. You didn't beat Jermaine Ortiz. You didn't beat Sandor Martin. Yeah, you beat Loma. Loma gave you the first 6 rounds without even trying to fight you, just like he did Devin. So that's why I say what Loma got from them 2 fights, he need to shut up about. Don't even need crying because 6 rounds you shot the bid in both those fights. He didn't even try in those fights. Then what's the other Irish fight? The one that beat Regis Prograis that he beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor. He get a win over Josh Taylor after he'd already lost to a couple other bums. And then it's like, oh, he's got a solid resume. No, not to me. Not to me. And then every time someone tries to get him to fight some people that is, this takeover thing where you going up, you knocking down the big shots. Oh no, he got a reason to get out of every one of them.
You see what behind the hands TV posted?
Where he say T.O. is trying to fight on streamer Aiden Ross card. He trying to fight 3 people in one night like George Foreman. Yeah, he ready to be gimmicky because he in the sport of boxing where things are serious and where the going is rough. He don't want no smoke over there. I want to go over there and fight some people that deliver the mail on during the week or play hopscotch or they rolling dice. I'm gonna fight a few of them guys. He don't want no smoke with nobody, man. And it's telling. And it's time for boxing fans to start calling him on it. Every time any real fighters fighting, that first thing they should say on any interview is T.O.'s a bitch, straight off the rip. That's the first thing they should be saying.
Salute to my good brother, Ascended Awakened Astral. I think I pronounced it right. I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. Good brother, thank you for coming through, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. He said, Devin and Shakur should have been had a trilogy.
Well, I don't know Ben because the two different weight classes for a while, and it's like they just now starting to get to the point where they get near each other. So it's gonna happen because I don't believe Devin gonna turn no fight down. Devin done called anybody that you can call out. And the Shakur, I don't think Shakur is ducking. He seemed like he just as much. So give it a little time. It's coming. It's definitely coming.
Yeah. I watched the interview with Devin Haney did with Akin Barak. Shout out to them. And Devin said, like, just give it time. Like everybody that was in that same class, they all getting older now. They all coming up in weight. And I believe that all these guys will eventually meet up at 47. I believe it's gonna be somewhere at 47. They all eventually meet up. We might definitely get the Shakur and Devin fight. It probably be at 47. And what I can say to you, good brother, is I don't believe that'll be a fight that we might be talking about sometime next year this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little time, but not a lot.
Right.
No more than 2 years from now, they definitely got to be in the ring because the way that they're going out there, and if he knock off somehow was able to get T.O. in the ring, which I know he ain't, but T.O. ain't gonna fight nobody serious. He just want to be able to try to run around. He want to like I remember in elementary school, the teacher telling you when you walk home, walk between the raindrops so you won't get wet. That's what he's trying to do. He trying to avoid all the smoke. He don't really want to do that, but he want to get a payday out of the deal. So that's where he is right now. Now, if he had somebody like why isn't he asking for a rematch with old boy from Australia? He ain't never, he don't want to do that, any of them guys, because I mean, even that is a lower tier fight for him. That's safer, you would think, since he was, had all these issues and everything. But he not even calling for that either. So
one thing I think about the T.O. situation, like I said before, he's turned down the Devin Haney fight. He's made comments, racial comments.
Yeah.
He's made comments of people's religion.
He sure did.
And I mean, before when T.O. went on a rant before, a lot of people didn't notice this, but I noticed this. And I said this a while ago. When T.O. went on his rant before with Bob Arum, and Bob sent him on the bench.
Yeah.
He had T.O. fighting in almost like a high school gym in Miami somewhere.
He sure did.
He went from fighting in Madison Square Theater. That holds 7,000 people roughly, to fight in a high school gym.
Yeah. He have no, he ain't got no following. He's trying to build it with this racism.
So this is really what I'm getting to. I'm getting to this. You can only burn so many bridges in boxing. You can only burn so many bridges in life. But a small sport like boxing, you can only burn so many. It's only
That's
so
true.
many promoters, bro.
That's true.
It's only so many promoters.
Mm-hmm. And
And
Canelo
if you
kicked him
burn,
out of his gym.
and if you burn your hand with Bob at Top Rank, if you burn your hand with Turkey, who's paying for a lot of these fights, a lot of promoters just sitting
Yeah.
back like, hey, I could let mine off the top. My fighter can fight. I'm giving my fighter consent to fight. I'm getting mine off the top. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the big money is. He burnt that bridge, and he burned it pretty good too.
So my thing is this: his window of opportunity is small. His window of opportunity is small.
Yeah, it
So
is.
if we don't get the Shakur and T.O. fight, it's gonna be ugly. Give me 1 second.
All right. Yeah. That is so true, man. But he said what he said about Turkey Al Sheikh. I mean, the man made him $11 million offer, and you bounce on and renege on that when this guy's trying to make the big fights, and he gave you a nice bag. It's been repeatedly over the years, man. How many times has Devin and Bill have met with him and his father and talk about, well, we're gonna make this fight happen, and it's always some astronomical amount of money they want. One time they asked for $20 million, you know, and then you get 11, which is pretty damn good, and you turn that down. I mean, that's something like that that'll set you up for life, because I really truly believe inside that he knows, even after that fight with old boy from Australia. Jeez, I can't believe. Here I go with names again. But anyway, after that fight, he said, he asked him, do I still got it? And that let him know inside in his heart, he knew in that battle that something wasn't right. He wasn't as good as he thought he was. And it's hard for him to face, but you can look at that, and if you add that to the way he making his moves now, and dodging all this smoke and all this money and all this stuff that he had, able to benefit off of right now. I mean, even at the takeover, because my thing is, he win, lose, or draw. If I got 11 million bones, man, hey, take that L, man. That's okay. It's only one. Go and get you another. And Turkey has shown that, even if you lose, he don't throw you in the trash. So, go ahead and cash it out, man, while you're young. You're going to beat a couple of these guys you thought you couldn't beat. And there going to be some guys that's going to beat you, because I don't think he's as good as his father thinks that he is, because I don't think he believes that. And that's why he's moving like that. But just like Baseman was saying, you done burned so many bridges with these top promoters now. Who's going to take a shot on you? Canelo and his camp kicked you out. Oscar. I mean, what can Oscar do for you at this point? PBC. PBC don't see. They seem reluctant. So just like my man said here, behind Hands TV, Aiden Ross card, he want to get on that card. He try to do some stuff like that. He wants to get out of boxing and really just do some stuff like that, and he ain't the only one. Too many guys are trying to, that's down the line. You get through your career before you start thinking stuff like that, man. Everybody wants to hurry up and mash the gas and be Floyd Mayweather too soon, and and Floyd did it in a cool time. He finished up what he had and everything, and then, he took that on at the end, and that's the way it should have been done. He done got all his serious and accreditations. Man, if I get the word out, and accomplishments solidified, and then he went on and took those big money exhibition fights. They're going to be there for you regardless, because it looks like Jake Paul's got a steady thing going now that it don't like it's letting up at all. And but it's not like T.O. is the only fighter like that, because Javante is that way too. There's a bunch of fights that Javante could have had. He could have had the Gary Russell fight. He could rematch Lamont Roach. because he didn't beat Lamont Roach, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna call it like it is. He ain't beat him. He ain't in no hurry to fight him again either. You know. And then Devin Haney, all those fights like that was right there sitting there for him. And he didn't take any of them. And he 1 minute the belts mean something, the next minute they don't. And then it's just all this shucking and jiving and moving around, and that's the type of stuff right there to make people weary of the sport and not want to get in it. If you're a fighter, fight. You know, just like you on the street and you say, "Well, I claim to be a rapper," but how you gonna be a rapper if you don't rap? And how you gonna be a fighter if you don't fight? The same scenario. So um, that's gonna have to change, man. And when you're young, you got to get it while you're young, because ain't no guarantee how many years you're gonna be able to do this thing, and you never know how you're gonna come out. You're going into boxing one way, but you want to come out with your faculties intact and everything as much as you can, with as much money as you can to take care of you for the rest of your life, hopefully. That should always be a goal if you're going to go through that buzzsaw like that. But to go through there and play games in your youth, and then before you know it, you can wake up one day and look and say, "Well, man, I'm 35 years old, and I got about 3 million in the bank. That ain't gonna do me for life. Who can I fight?" Well, I done lost a couple fights here and there. Now it's harder for you to market yourself. It's harder to get that big fight, and then you still need boxing because you don't have nothing else. You're in a hell of a position now. The whole point is to get in there and get as much as you can, so that when you get to that age and that stage of your career, that you're already taken care of. So whatever decisions you can make them comfortably with your sound mind, and know that, hey, I'm going to be all right regardless at the end of this. And that's the way that everybody should really root for fighters, man, because fighters put a lot on the line. Um, so that's what I would admonish any fighter. If you're gonna go in, just go in hardcore and do what you got to do. Do all your banging and slanging and all that while you're young, and then when you get older, you can kick back a little bit, be a little bit more cerebral about who you fight. And then you can make those fights bear more fruit for you, because then now you'll fight somebody, and then when you fighting them, it's for a big bag, boom. So now you can fight maybe once, twice a year. But up until then, man, I'd be going 4 or 5 times a year. But some people take time for granted. It's no guarantee that you're gonna have all this time that you believe. But we will see what happens, man. But T.O. need to do better, man. He keeps, he's letting these big fights go away. And he keeps talking about he's the takeover, and you got a segment of society who was backing this guy for no total reason. I go back and forth with people on X all the time about him. I got a pet peeve with him. When they bring T.O. up, boy, I go into action. I don't know what it, well, I do know what it is. He done ran his mouth, he done said some things, and he done got the fire lit in me. I just wish we had some fighters out there that was in his weight class that had the same type of reaction, because we would have that fight. They wouldn't let him get out of that, even Keyshawn Davis. But then now let's look at him. He say, I don't even want to fight him now because he said a couple kind words to me. Never mind all the stuff that he said about your people and your legacy and all that, It's unbelievable. Salute to Chubb in the building. What happened with T versus Shakur? Yeah, well, T.O. ain't signed a contract. And that's coming from Chris Maddox. Now, that doesn't mean that Shakur did, but Shakur had went on X earlier and said that, hey, I ain't heard nothing about you making any deal here, little buddy or whatever, because he ain't signed, is what he was basically making the point. And then he comes on there and tells me, be careful what you wish for, or something like that. See you early next year. And then that's when Chris Maddox came in and said, hey, we ain't made no progress in this fight. So that's where they sitting right now. And I don't think T.O. gonna make it, man. T.O. don't want to really get out there. And the worst fear for him is just like what Javante said. They don't want to lose. And he done already lost, but now he don't really want to get beat. And I think, if you look at the way that Shakur's been fighting and the trajectory that he's on, he's going into another thing. I know he's having those issues with those hands. Hopefully he can correct them things, man, and get out there and be even more solid with that. Yeah, we'll be able to get that fight, man, because that should happen. But Shakur's on the warpath, man. He after him and anybody else who want that smoke. Lamont Roach been talking froggy. He said, "Well, if I don't get him, I'm coming for you." So hey, man, respect to that. Now, what if we do have, some people can agree or disagree with that fight, and I guess there's a point to be made either way. But to me, um, Lamont Roach beat Javante. And Javante, even the way that he carried himself afterwards and everything, kind of showed that he knew and he believed that he had lost that fight, regardless of what came out of his mouth. And if Shakur gets up there with him and shines on him and puts on a masterpiece on him, it's going to mean something. You can't just throw it away. And I know Styles makes fights and stuff like that, and that is true. And that's partial why the reason why Shakur will get him, because Shakur to me is more cerebral. He's one of the best boxers in boxing right now. It's hard to hit him, and if you hit him, you don't hit him consistent. And long as he can keep the that train rolling, man. Shakur's on his way, man. Number one pound for pound in the future, man. But my only concern is them hands. Them hands got to be taken care of. And it's funny because that's the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, was a little guy than the guys that he was fighting. But when he was fighting the guys that he was his size, people forget how Floyd was putting hands and feet on cats, man. It wasn't no joke. Chubb say Shakur the boogeyman. Yeah, because he sure got T.O. running and hiding in the bushes right now. But he's still trying to talk like he tough, But anybody seen him on the stage with Keyshawn on that one fight? Oh man, there he is. Yeah, man. Yeah, we was talking about that T.O. man again with the score. There he is.
What I missed?
Yeah, I'm just continuing on the same subject.
What I missed?
Yeah, talking about T.O. and Shakur. And good brother Chubb just jumped in with us, man. Salute to him.
Okay. Salute to Chubb. Yeah. So what was y'all saying about T.O. and Shakur?
Oh yeah, just reiterating the fact that the fight wasn't made, and Chris Mannix pretty much blew the whistle on it, and how I don't feel like just my feelings on why that is and why T.O. don't want to sign, and and way Shakur is moving, man. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want none of that either, because if I could just remember the Australian fighter's name now, I can't understand it. He done fought Devin twice, fought T.O. He done fought Cambosis. There you go. I don't know why I draw a blank like that sometimes, man.
Man, it's over for Cambosis. Hey, it's over for Cambosis, man.
But see, that's a little cherry pick he could jump on that he could just get a fight in. Because I mean, look how he gonna waste time now. And then by the time he fights somebody,
T.O. is the WBO champion and the Ring Magazine champion. We gotta see T.O. fight some champion. Man, Antoine Russell. Ooh. Come on, unify.
Yes, sir.
Antoine Russell.
Yes, sir.
Antoine Russell.
Yes, sir. I like that a lot.
Sure. Bro, he said, this is my first time seeing y'all. I'm finna subscribe. Hey, good looking, bro. Hey, we appreciate that, man. Subscribe, bro. We try to do this every Saturday, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my man. For sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah. He's WBO champion. We shouldn't be talking about T.O. fighting nobody else but some champions, bro.
I agree.
Richard Henderson. IBF title.
Yeah, he want to be his friend too much. And T.O., we can fight.
Hey, that's a great fight.
It is a great fight.
They both call themselves the King of New York.
Mm-hmm. They got to settle it. I would love to see it. But I would hope that Hitchinson would stop being so friendly and go fight him.
Hey, I think the whole 140 division might be ducking Antoine Russell.
Ain't nobody saying that name, is there? Ain't nobody saying that name.
Hey, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you.
They're
Chubb
not
say
saying that
T.O.
name.
get away with a lot of BS. You right, bro. He get a lot away with a lot of BS. We
Man.
calling it out today. We calling it out.
Yes, sir. He is the
We
king of
calling
it.
it out.
Yes,
But
sir.
for him to be the WBO champion and the Ringside Magazine champion, he should be talking about fighting champions. If not,
Exactly.
move up in weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not, move up in weight. But
That's it.
we should be hearing him talking about, hey, what's up, Richard Hitchens? Hey, what's up, Antoine?
There you
We
go.
don't hear that.
No, nah. He looking for a cherry pick. But you can't hold a belt and fight these cherry picks. You got to get on it. And the whole progression in boxing now is everybody trying to run towards undisputed. At least unifying. You know,
Okay, but if that's okay, you right there.
Mhm.
You're a quarter of the way there.
That's it. And how
I
come he don't want
understand.
the one that gets me is what happened to the Subriel Matias fight. Matias slapped the glasses off of you. He been calling you a bitch for how long? He Teofimo pussy. He been saying that for and you
Hey,
don't even
that's another
respond.
one. That's the other champion.
You
That's the
don't
other
even,
champion.
yeah, he don't even
Here we
respond
go.
to him.
We got T.O. We got Matias. We got Hitcherson.
Yeah.
And we got Russell. Come on, bro. Come on. Them some names.
Yes, sir.
Them some
Hell,
names. Them some titles.
hell, he can fight either one of Russells. He can get Mr. Gary Russell too.
Nah, I want to see Mr. Gary Russell do some other plans. I want to see him do some other stuff.
I just want him to get something because they've been overlooking him for so long, man. He looked so good that last fight at that age, man. I mean, boxing got to do better for guys like him. That's just crazy to me, man. He never got his rematch with Lomachenko, which he should have got. He never got that. He should have never lost his belt to Magsayo either. Because he beat him with one damn arm. And that was it. I was like, man, I was shaking my head. I said, man, this guy got one arm, literally. And this dude can't do nothing with him. It's crazy.
Hey, but a lot of people forget that fight, bro. A lot of people forget that fight, bro. A lot of people forget that fight.
Man,
a lot of people forget the work that Gary Russell put in on that fight, man. And to me, bro, I promise you, it was the same thing that we seen with Shakur and oh, God damn it. Man, the one they said Shakur ran from.
Shoot. The Dominican cat.
Right.
Oh man. I mean, he's a good fighter though. He's a good fighter,
but Shakur beat him with one hand, bro.
Facts.
One hand.
He did.
It was the fact that they was coming for Gary Russell's title, bro. They was coming for it. 5 years of the WBC champion title, they were coming for it. The politics was it was written, bro. But it wasn't. This wasn't. I was just about to say his name too. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Moving on within the show. Cool Boy. We got Cool Boy and Ashaki Foster.
Oh man, that's on the undercard.
We got Cool Boy and Ashaki Foster fighting, bro.
Yeah, my heart is messed up on this fight, bro, because I like both of them. I
couldn't wait to ask you who you got on this fight right here.
Man. If I had to give an edge, I had to give edge and experience to Cool Boy Steph. I think he had the bigger, diverse array of opponents that he's come through, you know, and man, yeah, I really like Cool Boy. I like Ashaki Foster too, man. I like his story, and you can't help but root for that guy, man. This guy was homeless, man. Now he's a world champion, and he's a world champion with a bullet, man. And it ain't a lot of people calling his name, but this right here is a major fight for him, man. I'm really hoping that he do real well in the fight. But who's gonna win, man? I could go either way with it because I on the same side with um Cool Boy. Cool Boy still got a few things in his mind he's trying to work through from that Monster Inouye fight, and that could play a part in it and maybe make him a little hesitant. And if so, old Shockey can take advantage of that. If you off just a little bit in timing and in this fight, it's gonna mean a lot because these guys is they they some thumpers and they really precise with their punches. And if one of them is just a little bit off and the other one is on, then that counter is gonna be more and more important to how the fight goes. So I can see it going either way by points, knocking each other out. I would say no because I think both of them are in such great shape that it'll be hard for one of them to get rid of the other. But I think it would have to be a tit for tat type of thing that go the distance, and whoever gets the points wins. In my opinion, it's kind of hard to see it right now, but I see what they talking before in the workup and everything, and try to get a vibe from either one of them. If one of them is hesitant, if they're not, if the other one ain't, or whatever be the case. But right now, looking at it, man, I was like, when I first heard it, I was like, oh man, I'm happy, but damn, I don't want either one of them to lose.
Chubb say Cool Boy Steph been weight drained for a while.
Could be so, because
But
he's
from I gotta check. I
Yeah.
believe Cool Boy coming up in weight in this one. They fighting at 30.
Okay.
Cool Boy
Yeah.
last fight against Figueroa was at 26, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And he
Yeah. So
moved up.
yeah.
Yeah. So I believe this fight is at 30. Now, could it be that O'Shaquie Foster has stayed around at 30 too long for this fight? Because he's been talking about moving up to 35 for a minute.
Yeah, he need to get on up there. There's some money up there, boy. he need to get on up there and get in there and see what it is, But now think about this though, and I like these two, but I would only say this fight for the sake of if you can't get no other fight and boxing is tripping, you could pull Mr. Gary Russell up and make that fight, and make yourself a big fight. If because I feel like he's one of them fighters that gets overlooked too. And then this is an opportunity where they could do something. But Chubb say 3 weight classes in his last 3 fights: 122, 126, 130. Oh, he moving on up, man. He did the Jeffersons. Moving on up.
Hey,
Check him.
He got a chance to be a 3-division champion.
Man. That put him in there now. And now they
If
stripping.
Cool Boy win this fight, 3-division champion, is that good enough to be Hall of Fame?
Yeah, you definitely in the conversation for sure.
If not first ballot, second ballot.
Well, I don't know. Beating Cool Boy. I think it will put.
No, I said if Cool Boy wins, he'll be a 3-division world champion.
Oh yeah. Damn. Yeah, I think he's looking good because he, but even though he didn't beat Monster, he fought him, so that helps his resume strength. Yeah, I think he could get in there. I mean, it might not be 100%, everybody for it, but he could kind of get it, squeeze in. But we know he ain't gonna be finished there either.
Would Shakur be Hall of Fame if he retired right now?
Right now.
He's a 3-division world champion too.
Yeah, he is. But see, that's where I kind of I mentioned the Inouye because you got to have some names too. In my opinion, I like to see some names involved. I don't want you just beating people like not to diss on Usyk, but when he won the cruiserweights, I don't think nobody else was in there. It was him. So I think it matters, but the way that they've been voting it nowadays, though, it's not gonna matter. If you got 3 belts, they're gonna say, hey, put him in because he got the 3 belts. And I guess you can't really argue with that. But for me, I would like to have a few names in there as well, just to make it, more solid. Right now, I mean, I like I say, I like everything the way Shakur is, but Shakur is on the feet and neck of everybody that is anybody. He calling them out, man. He on them. He on the wolf pack. So his mind and everything is right there where he need to be. And if maybe not right now, but I think yeah, he gonna be there for sure.
I like the way you reversed that question, Chubb. So now that
Yeah.
that kind of solidifies Cool Boy. So you saying Cool Boy shouldn't, even if Cool Boy was to win this, he shouldn't be Hall of Fame right now because Shakur is not Hall of Fame right now, and we saying Shakur is maybe one fight away from being, maybe 1-2 fights away from being Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, I think that the guys that well, when you was saying it as opposed to Cool Boy and then well, you're saying Cool Boy and Shakur. That's a little
Right.
different. Before I was thinking about Cool Boy and Oshaki. So it's kind of I just feel like Cool Boy got a little bit some of the guys he beat were a little bit better competition than the guys that Shakur fought, because I knew fully Shakur was gonna mop the floor with them guys. A couple of those fights with Cool Boy, I was like, I don't know. Cool Boy kind of went both
Hold on,
ways,
man. Hold
you know.
on, bro. Now
Yeah.
we we knew Shakur was gonna win, but did we know Shakur was gonna do Oscar Valdez the way he did him?
I
G5,
wasn't really
G5
worried
gave
about
in
it.
the building. What's good, bro?
G5, salute, bro. Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, I really wasn't worried about that fight, because to me, Mexican fighters and that little that walking sock 'em robot type of thing, I just don't got a lot of respect for it. If you got a guy that's got skill on the other side, with a good chin and a nice jab, he gonna be a problem for that guy. So
The
I
Jamal
didn't.
Heron fight.
Now that one I didn't know what to expect. He did shock me in that one because he beat the woohoo out of old boy. But yeah, he did shock me on that, man. Damn, I forgot about that one. Damn.
His
Nah, bro.
last fight.
But like I say, he on the march. He's on the march. So it's
His
like a thing
last
where
fight.
you don't really judge him right
Vader.
now as much. But on his trajectory, man, he going there. He going there with on fire. Yeah. Yeah, because the pay to fight, man, that was a masterpiece. I mean, it was beautiful watching him do what he did in there, and to just once again, Rock'em Sock'em Robots coming in there again.
I'm gonna sneak this one in for everybody on the show. I told you guys early in the show that I watched hold on, before I go, I'm gonna get to what he's saying. He said, "What the hell is Wilder doing? Go get Usyk."
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, what we talk about last week?
Hey, listen, man.
The Senate know what it is. He know what it is.
Hey, bro, listen to this. It's over for Wilder. It's over, bro. Listen,
it hurt to hear. It hurt to hear. It hurt to hear.
Listen, man. I'm not the one to say somebody should retire, bro. But man, look at his resume, bro. Look at his last fights, bro.
I know, but just like last week when we were talking,
he got 2 wins in 6 fights.
I got you.
But the two wins
against
bad. The 2 wins against who?
It looked bad. But you got to consider the fact that when he fought guys that wasn't as big, and this right here, size is not an issue in that fight. And just like we was, you remember when Usyk was talking about he wanted Wilder next, and he came to the Hellenius fight, and he was in the crowd. A lot of people forget it. And then he was talking about that was going to be the next fight. He saw that dude get knocked out, man. He ain't mentioned Wilder since. Reason for that. The reason for that.
Shout out to the Autism Boy. What's good, bro? Thanks for
yes, the Autism Boy. Yeah, it is. Salute, man. How you doing? Appreciate you coming by. Yes, sir. Autism Boy, man. Yeah.
Wilder got 2 wins in 6 fights.
Yeah, I think him, AJ.
One was his sparring partner,
True that. He wa-
Helenius.
he he won that one because he didn't have that mental. But see, he's got to get over that the way AJ had to. AJ was getting over it with Derek James and then messed right around and let Derek go and took another trainer. This old what's that one that was in Tyson Fury's corner that they try to make like he's this great super trainer, which he ain't really done shit in boxing. He just happened to be on the sideline. Sugar Hill was the one that had got everything together with him. And they put him in there and he went out there and got shellacked. When he should have went in there and they should have told him, especially when he was fighting Usyk, don't go in there and try to box this guy. Look in the mirror. You know, man, roughhouse his ass. Just go in there and do a Canelo Alvarez impression. you know, boom, bing,
Hey,
bang.
me
Man,
me
that fight would have.
personally, me personally, this is what I think, bro. This is just what I think. I believe, like you said, it's a mental thing with Deontay Wilder, bro. But I believe after you've been knocked out, bro, man, them
It
listen to
take a
this.
lot.
Yeah, it take a lot out of you, bro.
Mm,
And the 3 Tyson Fury fights, bro, is what I believe that just that drained him, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah,
it drained Tyson Fury.
yeah.
It
Oh
drained
no, no
both of them
doubt.
guys, bro. Like
Hmm.
that took a lot out of them, bro. Like
But
them one normal fights. Like to us
now,
entertainment, we
hmm,
looking at it like wow.
yeah,
But to them and their bodies,
yeah,
them years,
yeah.
them
That,
years.
that was no doubt. And the thing about it is, man, and that's what people will never give Wilder his credit for on even the third fight in that fourth round. I tell you, if people they can laugh and do all that shit you want. Go back to that fourth round and watch Tyson Fury's face that when he got dropped on his ass in there, and he looked like it was the same look he had when Ngannou dropped him. He couldn't all that shit that he had built up here went all to the mud. And then he dropped him the second time. And then you're going to see uh, um, Sugar Hill get on him. Man, you better get. If he didn't have that in his corner, and we talk all the time about your corner man and how important he is and how a fighter need that guy. And he came in and filled it up and helped him to turn the table. But if not, and if you look at the knockdowns, they were long counts as well. That what if they had accounted Fury out right there? What would have been the look of the trilogy at that point then? You know what I'm saying? Like people now they give Tyson Fury all the credit, but nobody talked about how this guy picked himself off the floor from that second fight where he looked like he just got fucking mugged by 12 guys, and he came in that third fight and gave him a performance like that. He never really gets the thing where, hey man, he's a warrior. He went out there, he went out on his shield and everything. They don't really, they're not giving him none of that for that. So I don't understand. But that like you said, it took a lot out of him and everything. And like we spoke last week, I was saying I think he should just go on a bum bash tour for like the next year. Fight 6, 7, 8, 12 times if he can. Just get you a guy, go out there, just boom, boom, and get your mind back in tune, your confidence back up. Get your right hand back because it don't even look like it got the power it had before when he fought Big Bang Jang. And if he get that zap back in it, and he was able to get in there with a Usyk, I'm telling you, I still think he beats Usyk because I think he hits him one time and that's it. If he hits him one time, it's over. I don't think he can take it. But that's not, I think he even knows it because when he saw it, he was like, "Nah, I don't want none of this." He packed up everything. Whoop whoop. Let's go on back to Ukraine. I got somebody else I need to be fighting because I ain't talking about this brother no more. He dipped out. But because now the weights and everything is more even now. If he come in 220 something 230, Wilder can be right there with him. So he's not gonna have to deal with some of the other things. If he kept with his jab and he shot that right hand there, I think he can make a hell of a fight out of it. I think it would actually be a good looking boxing match for a while But if he catch him with that motherfucking right hand, so
I'm- we gonna we gonna change the subject a little bit and keep moving on forward in the show. Hey, listen here. I said I watched Barack and Ox show. Shout out to them once again. I don't want to make no pre-assumptions or anything, but if you watch the interview, you know what I'm talking about. Who would you like to see the head trainer in Devin Haney's corner for this fight against Brian Norman?
well, it's funny that you say that because I know there's a rumor going around right now that Devin Haney had talked to oh my God, I got his autograph book too sitting right over here.
SOG?
Andre Ward.
Yes.
And he's trying to see if Andre Ward is going to step in, and if he will, he's willing to have him. I tell you what, man, I think it pretty much takes the worry out for me. If that happens, I ain't even worried about the fight no more.
Oh yeah?
I ain't even worried about it no more. Because I know for one thing, the combination, I like the combination on it. The fact that Devin's commitment, his discipline, his drive, his stamina, you know, his will to win, and with that combined with Andre Ward, with his knowledge, the fundamentals being on point, you know, not going out there and being sloppy with your defense and keep getting caught with a left, you know, and not correcting it and not having somebody there that's going to say, hey man, do this now, put that phone up, do like, you know, whatever be the case, that's going to be there. So anything he see in that fight that I can see, and I like Brian Norman, and I think he's up and coming. He's gonna be a big deal for a good while. But I just think that anything that he can present can be counted and offset by the wisdom of Andre Ward, and like I say, all that discipline and hard work and dedication that Devin has when you put that together, and the fact that with that being the case, you know, Bill Haney is going to have to take a step back. And that's one of the things that people criticize a lot about that. But hey, man, if that happens right there, I ain't even worried about the fight no more. Let's get it. I put some money on that.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Autism Boy said, "Is Wilder overrated, basement?"
Oh, you forgot to send it. Send it had one before that.
Oh yeah, Cindy said, Wilder sleeps." Oops. Okay, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. I was a big Wilder fan, But like I was just explaining, them 3 fights with Tyson Fury took a lot out of Wilder, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't see the same Wilder that I seen before. I don't see that same Wilder.
Yeah, I don't either.
And if you saying that Wilder is a top heavyweight, he's overrated.
Yeah,
because he's not.
I just say that right now too.
Wilder is like maybe I can't even make a list right now, but I say somewhere around 9th, 10th.
I would say like 20.
See what I'm saying?
Right now.
Yeah,
but
like
he needs some work to get him back up to where he need to be. The biggest thing I wish he would do, God, I wish somebody
40.
would just.
Okay, he's 40.
If somebody would just tell him, I know, but if somebody had just, even if this was a couple years ago, get rid of these bum ass trainers, man, and get you somebody that's in there who know the heavyweight division, man.
He had the guy. Yeah, he had Mark Breland.
Well, Mark Breland was good, but really for heavyweight though, you know, I'm talking about a guy that know the heavyweight division, that's been there, that can, you know.
He was there, bro. He was there.
His 1-2 was fabulous when he was with him though.
Do you see a 1-2 now?
Nope.
Do you see a 1-2 now?
Nope. Don't see it at all. It's like it's gone now.
Man, that's what I'm saying. And
Yep.
I ain't talking shit about him autism, boy. I'm
Yep.
just saying, like, man, I don't want to see Wilder. I don't want to see him no more. I don't want to see him no more. He made a lot of money, man. I
Yeah.
don't want to see him no more. I'm good, bro.
Yeah. I feel you there. You know, that's why I say the only thing I want to see him trying to do, if he going to do anything at all, is to slowly bring himself back by fighting go on a Bombast tour. You know, I mean, people are saying, well, he turned down the Big Baby Miller fight. Well, I can understand that right now. Right now, turning it down. Because you were saying to yourself, I got to retool myself and I got to build myself back up. I got more work to do when you're going back to grind on it. It makes sense. But go out there and do that and fight regularly. He shouldn't be like now. He took too much time off already. He should have already had another fight from that last fight already. He should be constantly going in and going in and going in and going in. I mean, look at him. He fought the little teeny place that last time. I mean, that, you know, he back to the beginning, really. So if he can do that enough, just and gain consistency, because if he's not going to be ready there, and he can't go down there and he can't walk those bums down and win easily, looking great in all those fights, then you already know ain't no need in getting in there with the big time.
That's basically what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's basically what I'm saying. So with back to what we were saying. So
Yeah.
Andre Ward, you say you believe that might be a good fit. Now, look, one thing, listen to this. This is one thing we was talking about with Devin Haney. This is one thing we was talking about with Devin. Devin Haney is one of the only boxers in boxing who has worked with every top trainer there is. Everyone.
Kudos to Bill.
Everyone. From Floyd Sr., Floyd Jr., Roger, Freddie Roach, everyone, bro. Everyone. Shane Mosley, Roy Jones. Yep. Everyone.
Sure have. He going for it, man, and you gotta love it, you know. And it's like they
have Judah's father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anytime they see something they need to work on, they go to somebody they think they can help them fix it, and that's smart, you know. That's kind of close to what Bud said. You know, Bud said, "I don't train for my opponent. I train for, you know, basically focusing on his weaknesses, what he need to improve on." So that's why he don't worry about that. I was like, well, you know, that makes sense. You know, I never heard anybody else say that like that, but that's kind of the same thing. Where you see, well, I need to work on this, or let me get with these guys. They good with this. They seem to have, you know, success with their fighters with handling this. Let me go check them out. Let's see what they got for me. You know, I think it's smart, you know, and you got to give Bill Haney all kind of kudos for that, because as a father and the way he's guiding his son and you know, he's quarterbacking that thing and he's guiding him the right way, and he's looking for, even if he make a mistake, he try to go back and correct it, but he's doing the best he can. And hey, man, salute to him.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna call you Triple A. I said, hey, listen, bro. Go back to what you're saying, man. We going back now. Hey, that was Wilder in 2018, 2017. It's 2025, man.
Yeah, it's a long time, man. It's definitely a long time. He should have probably, looking back now, he should have probably went on and took that cruiserweight deal, or that no, what they had, that new division they was trying to create, that man, I forget the little dude name they was naming the fight, the weight division off of. You know, because he could have really, you know, he could have really undisputed in the whole nine. They would have, you know, and then a lot of people that hated him would have supported him a little bit too, because they all into the fact of trying to push this new weight division. So they would have been gladly, they wanted him to be the face of it because they know he would have dominated. So if he had went and did it, a lot of those people, Bridger weights. Yes, thank you so much, Poi Pounder NW. Salute to you. Thanks for stopping by.
Brother.
Yes,
Get a Bridger weight.
Bridgerway, that was it. If he had done that, then they would have been like, you know, pushing him more. You know, like now, people throw rocks at him and whatever be the case, but that would have been something that could have changed it for him. And then they'd have pushed him. He probably would have made a lot of money doing that. Almost similar to what I'm saying about fighting the bum bash at the heavyweight division, because that's what you would have got at that weight division. Because who's a cruiserweight? Who's there that's going to go up against Wilder at cruiserweight? You know, when you put that in the equation, all of a sudden now he don't look like he's so ragged no more. Like he got a shot.
Right.
You know, and maybe that's what he need to consider. Plus longevity, man. I mean, you making that money, make some more. What's wrong with it? You know, you want to keep fighting and keep fighting. Why keep fighting these guys that out 80, 90 pounds heavier than you, man? You can't make a living like that shit, man. 80, 90 pounds.
Right.
You know, and then what get me also is how people, they don't seem to remember Ngannou knocking Fury on his ass. And I mean, he outboxed him. They talked about him like they said this guy could beat Muhammad Ali. And then he goes in there with a UFC guy. I can't let him forget it. I can't let him forget it, bro. I can't. You know, and you got to take your hat off to Ngannou. But when you watched Ngannou training for that fight and you looked at his eyes and how he was listening, how he was applying himself, he was really gathering a lot of basic stuff. And it was just basic stuff. He didn't do anything so complicated. He kept it basic. But he already had the power. And once he leashed, boom, there goes that look. Ain't no he didn't win that fight, man. They gave him the decision. Come on, man. Come on.
I agree. I definitely agree.
And where's the rematch for that? Talking about a trilogy with Usyk. Who want to see it? I seen Usyk knock you all the way on all them ropes to them ropes over there. Back over here. You bro, the ropes. I tell you one thing, they put extra bolts in them damn ropes that week because them suckers was holding up a motherfucker. It's crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, we ain't talking about my boy that went down last week. Dillian White. Yeah, boy. Man, made my day.
Hey.
Made my day.
Dillian. Hey man, did that man just show up for a check or what?
Man, see now that's who I want Wilder to fight right there.
Hold on. My thing is this: did Dillian even throw a punch? Bro, I got to go back and watch the fight again, bro. Did he even throw a punch?
Man, he was under distress from the very beginning. It's like he could feel that knockout was coming, and he was trying his best to avoid it, and it just wasn't gonna happen. Yeah.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. That was Turkey big kickoff to the sport of boxing. It definitely would. But I wouldn't mind seeing whatever trying to pronounce it. I wouldn't mind seeing them again though. I mean, because I would see, and you know what? He was the perfect size for me. The perfect size for a guy like Tyson Fury. See, the thing with Deontay Wilder, like you said, Deontay Wilder is 50 pounds lighter.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Here was a guy that was pound for pound almost identical with you, and wasn't scared of you.
None. And this will get me when I talk to people about AJ fighting him. I say, I don't think Tyson Fury could beat AJ. AJ got that same hulking physique, and he's sitting there and bang with him, man. Come on. I don't know.
Listen to this. If this would have been AJ of years ago, 5 years ago, I would agree with you. But I believe too, the knockout, it might have been the knockout.
Yeah.
He's not the same. He's not the same, bro. He's not the same no more. He's not the same.
But see, that's the thing though. To me, he was on the right path and then he messed up. He should have kept Derek James in the corner because Derek had his defense immaculate. I mean, he was on top of all that. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, he switched trainers, and then he's starting to do things that, you're trying to box a guy that I
Yeah.
mean, you this big mauling guy. You got your first title title going out there mauling guys. Now you want to be Sugar Ray Robinson. It's not you, man. Just in my opinion. But uh, I would have liked to seen him be able to fix that, because when AJ had Robert Garcia in his corner, and that man told him, just keep doing what you're doing, I knew that guy was not a good trainer. And it puzzled me because the fighting style that he likes and he
Give me
trains,
1 second. Give me 1 second. Cook for a second.
yes, sir. The fighting style that he likes and he trains his fighters to fight is more of the rock'em sock'em robots, which AJ needed to be more of that against Usyk. But you tell him to go out there and keep trying to box him while he's getting ate up. I mean, you can clearly see there's a gap in skill here. You're gonna have to do something else. Well, you bigger and stronger. If you came in and applied pressure and got him in the corner and just got the banging on him, and if you took that approach and leaned on him for a couple of rounds and worked that body, which we know he weak at, because he hit him one time to the body and he made him scream in the ring. Oh, they talking about, oh, it's a low blow my ass. He hit him to the body, and that sucker was hurt. He hurt to the body. The style that it takes to beat him would be a guy like a Mike Tyson. Would be the perfect style to beat Usyk, because he'd be in that he couldn't keep him out that body. Now, if he had done that and stayed with Derek James, and listen, he wouldn't have told him that. He'd have told him something different. It could have helped him in that fight. Would it make him win it? I don't know. But that advice would have been more helpful than a guy that stands in your corner and tell you to keep doing what's not working. How you gonna tell somebody to go out there and keep doing, and you see him getting fired up, and he's trying to trade punches with a guy, and this guy is just, his skill level is just better than him, and he's looking better, but you keep telling him to do the same thing. So that, we already knew that, but he was smart after they got rid of him, got with Derek James, but then left Derek James before he could finish really achieving what he was trying to do. And the sad part is he had seen the improvement of having him in the corner. He should have rode it all the way on to the end, because if he'd had him in that fight again with the damn, who did he fight that fight? Man, there I go with my names. But anyway, he possibly could have won that fight, because one thing I know about Derek James is he's very active in what's going on in the ring, and when you come back between rounds, he's filling in the gaps. He's making contact with you, letting you know what is important, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. He's doing this. He's clearing your mind on what is really going on and what you need to do to win this fight. And that's what he needed, and he didn't have that in his corner, because even the guy from the UK or wherever that dude is from, he offered nothing, and he ended up losing that fight. And then from there on, man, it's just like he's a done deal. But we'll see what happens with them guys, man. But we just trying to put something together in the heavyweight division for the future, man, because if we need more than one guy. Moses Satamo did his thing last week, but we need some more guys in there to fill it up and get a round robin going of some heavyweight contenders, man, because right now nobody knows anything. Usyk is up there, and hey, somebody got to go get him. That's about all that can happen right now. Yeah, but we will see what happened there, But I do have my eye. That's what I wanted to talk to Basin about. So it's a young guy that used to be with Bo Mack and them, and he's from right here in Texas. I believe San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, I believe it's San Antonio. Well, anyway, his name is Tristan Kalkroof. And I had to say, man, I mean, I think in the future, he's real young now. So a couple of years, he need to be a factor in there somewhere. I like what the guy does, and I think he could be a factor in the future. But I wanted to get Basement opinion. So hopefully Basement jump back on here. He can give me his. I meant to ask him that last week. Yeah, what do you guys think out there? Y'all ever heard of this guy Tristan Calcroof? What is he fighting on now? He's fighting on is it Matchroom? He fights on the zone. Think about Poi Pounder says, what do you think about Joshua Edwards? Um, hmm. Joshua Edwards. Hold on. What division is he fighting in? You know, I'm a little old. I need a little reminder. My bad.
I'm back.
Hey. What weight division is Joshua Edwards in?
Joshua Edwards.
Yeah, Poi Pounder Northwest said, what do you think about Joshua Edwards? I was trying to think who that is. Is that Joshua Edwards or is that Boatsi? Heavyweight fight for Golden Boy. Oh, okay. Heavyweight fight. Okay. Well, wait a minute, man. You put me on to somebody then. I never yeah, heavyweight fighter for Golden Boy. Yeah, I don't know him. I had to look him up. I just be honest. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to check him out though, Poi Pounder. I tell you what, man, give me this week to check him out, man. Come back next week, we'll talk about it. We'll they call him the Rocket. Okay.
What's his
All
name
right.
again?
It's Joshua Edwards. He fight for Golden Boy. And they call him the Rocket. Yeah, I was just saying a minute ago before that about a heavyweight that I was liking. I think in the future is going to be an issue. And he out of San Antonio. He used to be with Bomac. And Tristan Cal.
Okay. He 4-0. He 4-0. 4 knockouts.
Joshua Edwards.
Yeah, I never seen him.
Okay, yeah, me neither. That's why I say that way. That's something we can talk about next week. We'll put that on there for that, and we'll take a look at him this week, and then we can give you the breakdown.
Oh, okay. Poi Pounder, you must be from Texas or something, because this guy, the guy he talking about,
from Texas too.
He from Houston.
Come on, man, but not right here, not my back. Come on, oh man, okay,
Right in your backyard, bro.
Damn, boy, it be some fighters out here, man. Calling Olympians, right? Oh my God, I feel bad now. Okay, well, we definitely gonna talk about this next week for sure. Yeah, best believe that.
Hey, that's crazy. He's straight out of Houston, Olympian, and
Yeah.
he ain't with he ain't with Jay Prince.
He ain't with Jay Prince. He ain't with
Top Rank.
Yeah, he ain't with Top Rank, and then he not with
He
Ronnie
4-0 with 4 knockouts. His first fight, he fought a guy that was 0-1, Larry Gonzalez. He knocked him out in the second round. His second fight, he fought a guy named Alexander Rose, who was 2-1. He knocked him out in the first round.
Oh, damn.
He had another fight against Dominique Hardy. Okay, so he just turned pro, and he just had his first pro fight in April. All these fights been this year.
Damn, that's what's up.
He fought in April 19th, second round knockout. May 30th, first round knockout.
Now,
June 28th, first round knockout against Dominique Harden, who was 6-3. And then on August the 2nd, he fought Cayman Adi, and who was 4-1, knocked him out in the first round.
Now, who's his trainer? I wonder who he got if he's in Houston. You know, see, I was talking about Tristan Calcroof just before then. He named this, so this is another one. Now that's a guy from San Antonio, but this cat is right here in Houston. I gotta keep my eyes on that. Joshua Edwards, the Rocket. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Tristan Calcroof? Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he used to be with Bomac. And now
who are you with now?
I want to say Ishmael Salas. I want to say Ishmael Salas now, but I thought I saw him a couple of years ago fighting, but you know he wasn't in heavyweight yet. But he was you know he's so big that I can see him automatically being heavyweight. But he got nice skills on him. You know his jab, his right hand. You know he looked pretty. You know, but you know he was with Bomac, so he looked pretty good. And he left there for whatever reason. Uh, he said something about it was too ghetto or something. So I don't know. You know, but he looked pretty good. He looked promising for a future heavyweight. So that's what I was trying to get at. You know, name some ones to come in there because we need some new ones now. We got Moses Tatamo in there. We need Jared Anderson and them guys to start putting their foot on the pedal, man. They wasting a lot of time. They need to be really rumbling all the time. That's what I don't understand. You know, really. What's the one that used to be with Ronnie Shields that left? That went to Top Rank and F.A. Jogba. It's another one. You know, Frank Sanchez.
I think he ain't he with PBC.
No, he was Top Rank. He
With
left
Top-
PBC. Yeah, he left. He left when he left Ronnie Shields. Yeah, he left Ronnie Shields and went there. And I think he's with Kevin Cunningham.
Okay.
But I mean, he did okay. But them guys need to develop faster. It's like they're taking too long. They having fights too far apart. They having fights 6 months and a year apart and all this stuff. Well, they need to be fighting every 2-3 months. Boom, 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 boom. Because they in that. You know, when you're a prospect and everything, you gotta get at it, you know. And to me, they gotta start getting on up from there, you know, because that old they been in it too long. And it's time to, you know, he would take a shit and get off the toilet.
Yeah. Any other key fights you want to hit before we wrap it up?
Fights right now. Yeah, we went up on that one there. Yeah, I think I'm good right now. You know, we got some coming up. We're going, we'll be at it next week. But we want to talk about that Joshua Edwards this week too. And we'll bring that up too, since my man Poi Pounder NW brought him up. So we gotta definitely put that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you from, Poi Pounder? You from Texas? He might be a little lag in it. But yeah, man, that'd be pretty cool. Man, yeah, but that thing on Shacky Foster and
Shacky Foster.
Man, that fight. Oh, he said he's in Seattle via Honolulu. Okay. That's what's up. Yes, indeed, my man. Autism boy say, "Where my wrench at, bro?"
I got you, bro. I got you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. That's how you in Seattle, man. You up there with Jimi Hendrix at, man. Up there in Seattle. Yeah, man. But that's a good thing, though, man. I like to see some of those things there. But oh man, wait, Earl Spence.
What about him?
Earl been sparring, man. I hear them big feet coming. Here come the big fish, man. Here he come. He coming back. Whoop. Well, no, that was the old days with the Redskins and the Diesel. I had that confused in my mind. See, sometimes when you get old, you disconnect things like that. Yeah, he been sparring him and Holly. So you got that going on. You already got Frank Martin. He's they getting ready to bring in oh my God, Kovalev's trainer. I can't remember. Here, me and them names, man. I had to start writing them down before I get on here, man. Because that's bad. I have a bad habit of that. I'll miss a name on you in a minute. But yeah, that's good, man. And Earl need to get back in there, man. And I just wonder what his plan is, what he planning on doing, and who he's going after, and all that good stuff. But man, even what division he gonna fight in, because he looking pretty good size. You know, man. You know, we talked last week about the 160 division. It's,
Right.
it's, it's sitting right there. All it needs somebody to come through there and claim that bad boy. You got some heat over there though. You got to deal with that Laura monster. Yeah, you got to deal with that Laura monster. Damn Laura, it's just boy. I don't know what the hell happened to him in the last couple of years, but man, shit, he
Yeah,
hit me.
Lord really been sitting down on his punches lately, bro.
Yeah,
Last few fights here.
yeah, he's sitting on punches, and they sitting on their ass after
I
he
got
hit him
you,
with the punch.
autism boy. I got you, man. I got you. I'm gonna fight him.
Yes,
I ain't
indeed.
passed out them wrenches so long.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, if any of y'all is interested in getting in fantasy football league, man, let us know. Put your email in the comments, man. I'll send you the invite. Still got 10 spots left. You know, I kind of had it. Now ain't been pushing it, so just try to push it a little bit now. You're trying to get in there. Ain't no money involved, it's bragging rights right now, but we can change if we want to now. You know, we can change. We can change it up a little bit. Oh, he said he think Jesus Ramos going up to 60. Hey, that's a nice. That's man 160. With oh man, if you put that in there, man. Oh man, Earl and that. Oh man, 160 looking. Shoot, he got something there. Got something, man.
I used to remember how to do that shit. I can't remember how to do it. I used to remember how to give out the wrenches, man.
Oh, I think yeah, it's been a minute for me too. I think you click on them, and then you can add them like that.
Yeah,
Right click on it.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, right click. Mark Nash in the building, man. What's going on, Mark Nash? Man, ain't seen Mark in a good minute, man. It's been a minute, man. How you doing, good brother? Good to see you, man. Over in the ATL. I know how you feel about the Devin Haney upcoming fight, man. I know which side of the fence he on. But yeah, man. Mark, I had to say, man, I ain't never been so fooled in all my life. Bud showed me something. I gotta tell you, brother. Yeah. Norman gang over everything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. I look forward to it, man. I'm glad for both of them, man. They get that big high profile fight that they deserve. And keep pushing it, man. Yeah. Yeah, but I ate my crow over that one. I know he was a big Terrence Crawford fan. I swear to God, man, I didn't have it to know. I mean, I really thought about that thing. I ain't never been so wrong about a fight in my life. You know, I ain't like I've always been right either, but that wrong, you know, because I had to fight looking another way, but kind of see now a little bit different, you know. But man, at that time, you know, Mark he had mercy on me. He said it happens. Yeah, man. Salute to you, good brother, man. Good to see you, man, for sure. Yeah, we been out of the game for a little while, man. We just started cranking back up again, man. You had to get on here with us and chop it up. So looking for a sprint return. Yeah, man. Me too, man. They need to jump in at 160. 160 will look real good with all that going on, man. You got Jesus Ramos jumping in there, and
I got you guys in there, man.
You got him.
Yeah,
All
I got him in. I got him
in there,
on.
man. He's good for the sport when he's active. Yes, sir, for sure. Yeah, man. But I tell you what, though, Mark, got your boy beating Canelo, man. Got your boy beating Canelo. Yes, the boy probably said, I like this show, just talking boxing without all the crazy. Yeah, man, appreciate you, man. We try to keep it out, you know. We try to be like cats at the barbershop, man. You know, we grew up, you know, that's where everybody was always talking they boxing, you know. And that's how we try to keep it. You know, so I definitely appreciate that. I think Bud going to shock the world. Yeah, I do too. I do too, Mark. I think it's a good idea to put a little money on that because You know, I really looked at what he was doing with
Hey,
Earl, man.
you
Yeah.
got to do it now, man. The odds are shrinking on for Bud, bro.
Ah, hey,
Got to
yeah.
do it now, bro.
What is
Odds is
that?
going down, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. What was the odds? Now, like I know you be on that.
Nah. I ain't going to Vegas for that one. I ain't going to Vegas for that one.
Yeah, I won't be able to either, man. I wish I could though. I do wish I could, man. That's gonna be a good one. And oh, the Lester Martinez fight on the undercard. To me,
Yeah.
that's the only other fight that's you know I like to see, because I like to see Lester Martinez too. Yeah, Bud is slowly becoming the favorite. Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that because they're trying to cover up in case they boy lose. I don't think they really believe that, but they don't want to say that right now. They just want to cover their butt in case something go wrong.
Hey, I believe a lot of people. I guess it's kind of different. It's different with this fight than the typical fights we seen. Um, Guys come up and wait and fight Canelo. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's because Bud putting out so many videos and we've watched the weight gain. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different. It's a lot of things different with this fight in Bud than any other fights we done seen guys come up and wait and fight
Yeah.
Canelo. Or either guys either fight Canelo. Period. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I tell
I think more and more people is starting to believe. I think a lot of people are seeing the work that Bud is putting in, also on these videos. And for me, like I always said, like I mean, we've been seeing Canelo go on the downslide, and I'm not saying Bud is on the upslide still, but I think they meet at that right point, that right pinpoint to where Bud can,
yeah.
he will be able to. I believe he can win this fight. It's going to be very difficult for Bud to win this fight, especially the fight being in Vegas.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of Hispanic people will be at the fight, and
Mhm.
just knowing what goes on in Vegas.
That's
So
true.
I don't know your thoughts.
Yeah, I think just like my man Mark was saying, I wouldn't want to give a year for him to prepare for me, because one thing he go in the gym every day, and I'm thinking, man, damn, every day you got to have some type of break, but he's been in there every day. And then when you look at how he trains and you see the look in his eye, you see the determination and everything going on, and then you're looking at his body and you see his body filling out. He's like he transforming into something. And then you look and you go, man, it's something to this guy, because look what he just did to my boy Earl, man. You know how I feel about
Hey,
that, man. He knocked me off my square
and,
for a minute.
and, hey, and see this is the thing. This is the thing. Like it wasn't like that. I didn't like Bud. It was just at the time when he fought Earl Spence,
Yeah,
I had to choose a side.
yeah.
I had to choose a side. And now I wish I would have just stayed neutral. You feel me? I
It's
wish I
hard.
would
It's
just.
hard. It's
I
hard
wish
to
I.
do though. It's
Yeah,
hard,
it was hard to do. So I chose a side and I rolled with the side, and I live and die with my decisions.
Yeah.
But
Well,
this right here,
yeah,
this right here, this is something different,
yeah,
and just the way Bud read, the way he rose to that occasion against Earl Spence,
yeah,
and he made it look effortlessly.
yeah. Because some of the things I thought Earl had the edge in when the fight happened didn't go that way. And I'm like, well, how is that possible? Hey, this little guy, this. But you kept hearing that little guy thing. But when you look at them weights of his and them fights, that you start to realize he wasn't as little as we thought. So then you saw, and then you look at him with the weights and stuff like that. So he was pretty strong anyway. And I was like, damn, he's stronger than Earl. He's pushing Earl back. What the hell? That ain't supposed to happen. Those are the things that really swayed me one way over the other, because it ain't never been a thing of not liking Bud. But I think the fans got into a thing. And then I had to admit I probably got in there a little bit myself too. But we were just doing it because we were talking trash too. Trying to defend our side. But hey man, when you see stuff like that in boxing, I mean, like bro say it happens, man. But I look for this here, and it made me also realize too, because Canelo is not that big a guy. He really ain't no menacing dude like he can go in there and just throw anybody around the ring or anything either.
That's what your boy Poy Pounder asked. He said, "What does Canelo walk around weigh? What do you think is Canelo walk around?" If I had to estimate, I'll say probably about 195, 200.
Think he be up?
195.
You think 200? You think he can get up to 200? He always looks small to me. Maybe because I eat too many cheeseburgers, but to me.
Listen to this. Okay, listen to this.
Yeah.
Fight night, the day before weigh-in is at 168, right?
Mm.
When he come in fight night, he's every bit of 190. So his walk around weight got to be a little bit more than 190. I'm thinking.
Yeah, a little bit more there. Yeah, okay, I can see where you're going. Yeah.
Martinez said he think he walk around at 188.
188?
190, 188. We close.
That's about 180, 190, somewhere in there. I was thinking. I wouldn't think as much as two for him, but
listen to this. I'm gonna give you some facts.
Mm-hmm.
Bud posted him on the scale. This was a couple months ago. It said 186. So that's this. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. This is for a guy who really don't get too big, too big. You feel me? Yeah, so if Canelo is the natural bigger guy, and Bud got on the scale at 186, Canelo got to be 190, a little bit better.
Okay, I can see your reasoning. I definitely see that, but to see Bud get on there and weigh that back then, and the way he'd been training and everything like that, it just seems to me like he's ready for this fight, man. It's like it's almost making me feel like the Earl fight really wasn't the main fight that he was looking for. Like this was the fight he really was trying to get to, and like he done had a plan working to get to this point, as opposed to Earl. Not that he want to overlook Earl, but he had to handle that to get here.
And I can agree with you because listen to this. Remember this. This was all Earl Spence talk.
Yeah.
This fight right here was supposed to be Earl Spence.
Oh, because Canelo offered Earl $20 million a few years ago.
Remember they were saying after Earl Spence in the Crawford fight, Earl Spence and Canelo. This was, and it's funny, bro. It's funny how the tables turn, bro. One night.
Yeah.
Everything that was lined up for my man Earl has been lined up for Bud. And Bud has became a household name now.
That is true.
Shout out to Bud, man. Shout out to Bud.
For sure, man. For sure. And, you got to respect stuff like that, as a boxing fan and growing in knowledge as we do, the ones that are really into boxing. And a fighter show you something like that, you gotta appreciate the education on it, because it's like, damn, I didn't see that. Now you see, that'll help you in the future when you're looking at fights, comparing and saying, okay, well, check this out, check that out. A little bit more solid, but that there. But I still want to see what my boy look like coming back, man. Because I'm man down. I always will be.
Yes, sir.
But it's not a hatred to Bud, though. Bud doing his thing, and I got Bud. I've had Bud on every fight but that fight.
True. I'm trying to think. Anything else we could chop it up on real quick before we end the show?
I think we done went around pretty good on the sport of
Yeah,
boxing.
I think we done
Uh,
covered a little bit of everything, man. And
yeah,
you want to give your final notes, man? Your last notes?
okay. Yeah, I'm Black Star Sports TV, man. Sub to me on YouTube, on TikTok too. You know, a little bit there. Still trying to figure all that stuff out, man. And catch us here on Basement Boxing Talk on every Saturday, right here, Basement Boxing Talk. Set that subscribe and hit that notification so you can catch us, man. We be chopping up about this boxing, man. My good brother, Basement Boxing Talk.
Yeah, I want to thank my good brother Black Star Sports TV for coming through, man. Subscribe to his channel, subscribe to his Instagram, TikTok, on all social medias. And I want to thank everybody who came through in the chat, man. Mark Nash, Autism Boy, man. Poi Pounder.
Yeah, 4 pounder. Yeah,
Damn, it's been Ascended,
Sending Awakening Astro.
G5, Chubb,
Yes, sir.
Bruce
Behind the
Gas,
hand.
Behind the Hands TV, everybody who came through, man. Man, I appreciate you guys, man. Spread the word, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification, man. So you know when we go live every Saturday here, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in between 2 and 3 o'clock, somewhere between there, Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, indeed. Like, comment, and share the videos whenever you get a chance. That helps us out a whole lot. If you like what you hear and everything, we sure appreciate you for sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, got C Wood in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother.
Salute, brother. Salute, C Wood. Salute. Yes, sir. So yeah, it's been another great show, man. We'll be here next Saturday to talk more boxing. We I got something to look forward to, man. I'm Joshua Edwards.
Yeah, we got to chop it up on that.
I'm do some homework on him, man. I'm gonna call a few of my partners down in H Town, man. Tell me why they ain't put me up on this guy, man. Feel me?
I'm here instead of talking about,
Yeah.
man, what's going on?
I'm call a few of my partners down in H Town, ask them like, hey man, why you ain't put me on to this guy, man?
Yeah, man, he off to a good start. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. But hey, it's been a good show, man. We'll be here next Saturday, same time. Me and Black Star, your boy Basement Boxing, Black Star Sports TV. It's been another one, man. Share, like, and subscribe, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. It's been real. And peace.
Salute.